Tom enters. He's carrying a bag and a coffee cup. Checks himself out in the mirror several times whilst getting ready. House lights fade and we hear the tannoy system coming to life.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Dick Whittington Company, apologies for not relaying this information earlier. This morning's performance ran at exactly 2 hours and 42 minutes. Oh, I'll just switch that off, sorry. Stand by for further announcements.
Tom moves towards the mirror again.
Hello, gorgeous.
He eventually manages to draw himself away from his reflection, grabs a small wash bag and goes into the toilet. Enter Nick. He's just carrying a small rucksack and a cup of coffee. He's talking on the phone.
Yeah, well, I've just arrived back at the theatre. Yes, I'm still doing this show. Yes, I'm a serious actor. What do you take me for? Just because I'm doing pantomime doesn't mean I'm not a serious actor. Could be worse. I could be stuck being a giraffe in The Lion King. Right. At least I have some legs to stand on and say I'm an actor. Right, I've got to go. Bye, twat.
He senses that Tom has already arrived.
Seems like the budgie's arrived. If you brought any more things in, you could open your own bloody shop.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't quite catch it.
I said, is anyone here? I brought some sweets from the shop.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's Tom. No, thanks. I've got to put my face mask off and wait for it to set. I don't want to be halfway through eating and then for my face to harden and mess everything up. Cheers, though.
What?
I've got to wait for my face mask to set.
Face mask?
Tom pops his head out the toilet.
Yeah, got to keep the skin looking clean and fresh for the performance. My makeup won't go on properly if my skin isn't clear and dry.
He holds up a face mask packet, smiles, then goes back into the toilet.
My God. Why do I always get the weirdos in my dressing room?
What was that, Nick?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. It's the only way to have a logical conversation around here.
Tom appears at the toilet door again.
I realised earlier, mate, that we've only got 2 weeks of the panto left from today.
Oh, no, really? How sad.
I think these weeks are just gonna fly by.
Here's hoping.
Oh, I think I'm going to miss it more than anything.
Miss what?
Our conversations that we have. I can remember at the start of rehearsals you stayed quiet, didn't interact with anyone. You must have been so nervous.
Yeah, that was the reason.
At least that's changed now. We seem to be best friends, me and you. Before I forget.
Tom reaches into his bag and pulls out a massive envelope. He hands it to Nick.
What's this?
Oh, I got you a Christmas card.
Nick opens the envelope to reveal a massive Christmas card. It has a picture of Tom and Nick on. Tom looks excited while Nick looks grumpy, both in picture and in person.
A card. It's just what I've been missing all my life.
Read the message inside.
Nick opens the card.
Friends are those who care without hesitation, who love without limitation, who give without expectation, and who remember even without communication. All the best this Christmas. Love, your friend, Tom.
Well?
It's something, isn't it?
You like it?
Oh, yes.
I knew you would.
Shouldn't you be sorting out your face mask?
Oh, yeah. How about that? You were so caught up talking, I forgot what I was doing.
Tom goes back into the toilet. Nick rips the card up and puts it in the bin.
2 more weeks of this. 2 more fucking weeks. Just think of the money. Think of the reviews. Everything will be... crap. Oh, well, they say days like these can only get worse. Bring it on.
Enter Neil. He's carrying a carrier bag full of sweets. He is talking on the phone.
Howdy, hi, campers.
Oh, joy.
Nick goes into his bag and pulls out a newspaper.
No, I've already told you, next Tuesday I'm filming the advert for the new kids show. Then, yeah, the one with the dog puppy. No, not unless I get paid first. Right, yeah, I've got to go and get ready. I'll speak to you later. Bye. Yeah, bye. How are you doing today?
Well, to be perfectly honest, Neil, I was fine up until about 10 seconds ago.
Why? What happened?
You turned up.
Oh, you don't mean that.
Oh, but I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do, and stop it. Leave all that crap for when you're on stage. I don't like it.
Oh, come on, mate. Cheer up. It's Christmas Eve. You've got tomorrow to look forward to.
Can't wait.
Hopefully the weather will have cleared up enough.
You're still chucking it down out there?
Still going. I'm sure tomorrow will be completely fine, though.
Neil, you're entitled to your opinion. It's wrong, but it's your opinion.
You're in a bad mood today, aren't you?
So what if I am? Am I not allowed to show a variety of different emotions? For all you know, I'm getting into character. Now, if you don't mind, I want some peace and quiet before all hell breaks loose on stage.
You've changed. You used to be fun.
Oh, would you just shut up? Shut the fuck up for once in your life.
All right, I get the message. I was just trying to make conversation.
I don't want to make conversation. I just want to be left alone.
You want to hear a joke?
What did I just say?
So, this guy threw some cheese and a couple of bottles of milk at me, and I thought, how dare he?
Was that supposed to be funny?
It was supposed to cheer you up.
It's going to take a lot more than that to cheer me up.
Oh, don't worry, mate. By the end of this performance, you're going to be so happy you won't stop smiling for a week.
That remains to be seen. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to relax and to get into character before the show begins.
Fair enough. You get on with that.
I will.
I'll sort my treats out.
Nick begins to read his newspaper and drink his coffee. Neil pours the contents of the plastic bag all over the dressing room table and begins to organise all of his sweets and treats. He tries to open a bag of sweets, but it bursts and goes everywhere.
Oops.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, I'll just...
Neil goes to clear the sweets up, but accidentally creates more of a mess.
You're crying out loud, man.
Look, it was an accident. I'll get it cleared up.
You shouldn't even be eating any of this crap before a show anyway. Just, look, you've made a right mess.
Well, I'll have to get my energy from the show from somewhere.
There's a difference between getting your energy naturally and stuffing your face full of bloody junk food for the sake of it.
Well, actually...
I bet you just do this to make a dressing room a complete mess, don't you? You arrogant, fat, hyperactive bastard.
No. Look, I do this all the time when I'm on tour. I'm doing my TV show. The main reason I'm on kids' TV shows is because everyone loves my energy and commitment. I've been in show business long enough to know my limits. And, hey, I do tidy up after myself.
He looks at the remaining mess on the dressing table.
Eventually.
I'm sure you could get your energy from apples or bananas just as well.
As far as I know, no. And this is my pre-show warm-up.
Pre-show warm-up?
Yeah, my pre-show warm-up. Chocolate and fizzy drinks.
Two of the things you're supposed not to have before a show.
It's never done me any harm before.
Until you spilled it on your costumes like you did yesterday.
It's been washed.
Oh, for God's sake, you've got some on your chin.
Yeah?
No, the third one down.
What? Oh, very funny. Well, it seems like you're in character.
Nick frowns and then goes back to his paper. He begins to mumble to himself.
What's going on out there?
Murder if he carries on.
All right, I get it. Keep your beard on. Here, random question, but do you ever think about death?
What?
Like, how you're going to die and what the after effects will be like?
I may have thought about it once or twice.
I think about it quite a lot. I want to die peacefully in my sleep, just like my granddad did.
Oh, nice.
Just not screaming and yelling like the passengers on his bus.
Look, if it's okay with you, I'd rather not have this sort of discussion at the moment.
Things really that bad?
Nick reached into his bag and pulls out a bottle of pills, shakes them, then puts them back in.
Yes, according to the doctors.
Oh, don't worry. I'll find a way of cheering you up.
You can but try.
Just remember, buds, this day can only get better and better from this moment in.
Don't worry, darlings, I'm here.
Then again, I have been wrong before.
Enter Steve, who is carrying a rucksack very carefully.
Oh, hello, boys.
Hi, Steve.
Steve?
Are we ready for another full, fun, packed performance?
No.
Oh, don't talk like that. This is panto we're doing, not some miserable old play in the middle of nowhere.
No, he's right. We're just doing a miserable, boring panto in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Very funny.
Steve puts his rucksack down on the table and we hear a slight chink of glasses. Steve coughs to cover up the noise.
What was that?
That was my...
Ladies and gentlemen of the Dick Whittington cast, this is an announcement from the director. All actors to the stage, please, to collect your production notes. All actors to the stage. Thank you.
Neil and Nick stand up and move for the door. Steve doesn't move.
God help us all.
Neil and Nick notice Steve hasn't moved.
You're not coming?
Oh, I am. I'll be just a minute. Just want to work on my makeup for a moment.
You sure?
Yes, yes. I just need to sort my bag out. I'll catch you up.
See you down there.
Steve waits until Neil and Nick are gone, then opens up his rucksack and pulls out a bottle of alcohol. He has a quick look out the door to check, and starts to go around the room looking for a place to hide the bottle. He stops, thinks, and begins to drink. Tom enters from the toilet. Steve quickly puts the bottle behind his back.
Ah, hey up, mate.
Oh, oh, Tom, you're here. Oh, I didn't know.
You okay?
Oh, yes. Brilliant. Marvelous. Fantastic. How are you, young man?
I'm completely fine, never better. Are you ready for tonight?
Tom crosses over to the sofa and sits down. Steve keeps his back away from him.
Oh, yes. I'm ready. I was born ready. Yourself?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Well, I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Oh, no?
There are some parts of the script that I'm still unsure of, but I should hopefully pull through.
Good, 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 good. Nice to hear.
Actually, I suppose I could rehearse a bit more.
Well, you can never be too sure.
True.
Well, good luck.
Any chance you could help me?
What?
Any chance you could help me practice my lines?
Fucks. Yes, yes, of course, my boy. I know, you perform that way as if you're facing downstage towards your beloved audience. Act like you've never acted before, and I'll tell you if you're saying anything wrong.
Ah, I suppose that could work. Oh well, let's give it a go.
Tom jumps up and faces downstage. Steve spends the next following dialogue trying to hide the bottle from behind his back, but every time he gets close to a hiding place, Tom turns around.
Oh, princess, I have seen so many different things in this world, many beautiful things, but I have never seen a more beautiful sight than the one I see before me now, and that just doesn't sound right at all.
No, 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 it's great. Keep going, keep going.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I am more than certain.
I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm sure Ian McKellen is without a doubt shaking in his little Gandalf boots.
Okay, if you say so. I just really want you to know that I'm here for you, and I will never, ever, no, it just sounds way too cheesy.
Well, that's panto for you. It's meant to be cheesy.
Is it?
Yes, it's the entire point of panto.
Oh, fair point. I will never, ever go away. We shall remain together until the end of the day that we die.
Steve manages to hide the bottle under the sofa and sit down. Tom turns around and Steve gives him a light-hearted clap.
Fabulous. Beautiful. Amazing.
Really?
Yes, of course.
Was there enough emotion
Oh,
in it?
trust me, there will not be a dry seat in the house.
Enter Neil and Nick, who are carrying pieces of paper with production notes on them. Neil hands Steve and Tom their notes. Tom ignores his while Steve looks at it straight away.
I've always hated production notes.
You're telling me. It's the same as always. Stop going off script. Don't annoy the stage crew. Don't throw popcorn at the audience.
That's a thought. Did you hear anything else about that?
Yeah, I had to reimburse that family and send a personal apology. I thought it was bloody hilarious. Teaches them for being on the phone throughout the show.
I never seem to get any notes.
Just because you never turn up when they're being handed out doesn't mean you don't get any.
Nick pushes the piece of paper into Tom's chest. Tom doesn't look at it.
Yeah, maybe it is that. But maybe it's just because I'm doing really well.
Trust me, kid. If everything seems to be going well, you've obviously overlooked something.
Maybe you should follow what I do. I always seem to get a good response from the audience.
Look, if I want your advice, I'll ask you to fill out the necessary forms.
I cannot wait for all of this to be over. The sooner the show is over, the sooner I can get down to the bar. Thai theatre location elsewhere.
What was that?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Nice try. You know perfectly well you shouldn't be anywhere near a bar.
I'm allowed to pop my head into one. Two. When I want to.
Then again, you've always been one for a sneaky drink every now and again.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nick should be stood in front of Steve by this point, and he breathes in as if smelling Steve's breath.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Dick Whittington Company, those who haven't, please collect your microphones from the... Fucking shit, where are they? Oh, the green room, please. That's all cast to collect their microphones from the green room. Thank you.
Well, I suppose I better go and get my microphone. How about I go and get everyone else's while I'm up there?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Righto, I'll be back soon.
Steve exits in a slight hurry.
Something stinks. And I think I know what it is.
Neil moves past Nick and wafts the air behind him.
Sorry.
Not that. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, apart from that, by the smell of his breath, I reckon he's been having a sneaky little drink while no one was around.
Yeah, he can't have done. I've been here the whole time he's been here.
Yeah, plus he has just got out of rehab.
I doubt he'd get off the wagon so soon.
Well, you can never be too sure.
You really don't trust him, do you?
Not in the slightest. Just keep your eyes on him and get rid of anything suspicious on sight.
What do you mean?
I mean, any sign of alcohol anywhere, grab the bottle and pour the contents down the sink before it goes down his throat. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Dick Whittington Company, this is your 5-minute call. You have 5 minutes, I think. Thank you.
It becomes apparent that ANDREA has left her headset microphone on. They sit, listen, and respond appropriately.
Hello? Oh, hi, babes. You okay? Listen, the show's about to start, so I can't talk for long. What was that? You're what? You're leaving me? You can't just call me and do it like this. Oh, look, this is ridiculous. Oh, who do you think you are? Oh, I don't know how. You absolute coward! Bastard! Oh, shit, the microphone.
Well, shit.
That definitely can't be good.
Oh, that's just what we needed. Andrew is going to make our lives hell.
He couldn't have done that at a worse time.
The bastard.
Tom goes back into the toilet. Neil stands up.
Oh, Nick, before we go down, can we please practice the who, what, and I don't know routine?
No. I've had enough of that scene as it is. It's fine. Leave it.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Piss off.
I got it wrong yesterday and I need to know I can do it, otherwise I'll kick myself if I get it wrong again.
Fine.
Awesome. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Just get on with it.
So I run on. Hello, boys and girls!
Ah, there you are. Where have you been?
Sorry I'm late. I was using my new Bonnie Tyler sat-nav.
Bonnie Tyler sat-nav?
Yeah, it's useless. Keeps telling me to turn around, then every now and then I'd fall apart.
I hate that joke.
Keep going.
Blah, blah, blah. I need you to talk to the new crew before we set sail.
I don't suppose you know their names, do you?
Yes. Who is the bosun? What is the cabin boy? And I dunno is the lookout.
I thought you said you knew the crew's names.
I do.
Then tell me the names.
I'm telling you. Who is the bosun? What is the cabin boy? And I dunno is the lookout.
You're supposed to be all-knowing, yet you can't remember the crew's names?
Of course I can. I've been friends with them all for more years than I care to remember.
Then tell me their names.
I told you. Who is the bosun? What is the cabin boy? And I dunno is the lookout.
Neil tries to remember it. The next line.
Look,
Let's make...
look, thank you. Look, let's make this easier. Who is the bosun?
Yes.
Who is the bosun?
Who?
The bosun.
Who is the bosun?
What?
What is the cabin boy? Who is the bosun?
I don't know.
I dunno is the lookout. Who is the bosun?
What's the name of the bosun?
No, what is the cabin boy?
I'm not asking you who's the cabin boy.
No, who is the bosun?
That's what I keep asking you.
And I keep telling you, who is the bosun?
Why don't you know who is the bosun?
I know who is the bosun.
Then what's his name?
No, what is the cabin boy? Who is the bosun?
I don't know.
I don't know is the lookout.
What are we talking about the lookout?
Because you mentioned her name.
I didn't mention anybody's name.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Just tell me, what is the name of the bosun?
No, what is the cabin boy?
Why are you asking me? Just tell me, who is the bosun?
That's right.
Who is the bosun?
He is.
What?
He's the cabin boy.
What is the name of the cabin boy?
Yes.
What is the name of the cabin boy?
That's good. You're finally getting it. And the lookout is?
I don't know.
That's right. You've got it. Now don't fuck it up on stage.
Tom re-enters from the toilet. Steve enters carrying 4 boxes of microphones and a bunch of flowers.
Oh, hello, lads. A microphone each and a lovely bunch of flowers for the young man here.
He hands Tom the flowers.
There's also a card in there as well. I think it may be from a certain someone who could have a special love in your life.
Yeah, it's probably from a fan.
Oh, is that what they're calling it these days?
No, it's obviously of someone who thinks I'm an amazing actor, who deserves all the attention and admiration that I truly need and deserve.
All except Tom look at each other, then burst out into laughter. Tom sits down.
You know what?
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 You guys can be real jerks at times.
We know.
No.
All smile at Tom, who frowns back at them.
Right, let's get ready for this sodding show.
Everyone starts to get out the remainder of their normal clothes and into their costumes. They finalise their makeup. The cast are allowed to ad-lib at this point whilst getting changed. Neil stuffs an entire Kit Kat bar into his mouth. Cast are allowed to try and make Neil laugh or try spark a conversation while he's eating.
Ladies and dickhead gender members of the company, this is your Act 1 beginners call. Please make your way to the stage. Act 1 beginners. Thank you.
What's up with her?
Don't mind her. She's not been in a good mood since someone dropped a house on her sister.
Right, let's get this over and done with and then we can go home. I'll see you on stage.
Tom, Neil and Nick exit. Steve hangs back. He looks under the sofa and grabs the bottle. He goes to take a drink. Neil re-enters and Steve quickly hides the bottle from view.
I forgot to take my phone out of my pocket.
Neil notices Steve.
You okay?
Yes. I've just dropped something. I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes, you go ahead. I'll catch up with you.
Right, so don't miss your cue.
Neil exits. Steve watches him leave. He brings the bottle back up near his mouth but stops himself. Puts the lid back on, then puts it back under the sofa.
Act 1 beginners to the stage, please. Act 1 beginners to the stage.
Steve stands up, stops himself out. He exits. Lights fade. Lights up on Tom, who is pacing up and down the dressing room with the script in his hand. Nick is sat on the sofa.
Oh, princess, I've seen so many different things in this world. Many beautiful things.
Oh, would you please just shut the fuck up?
I'm going over my lines.
Well, do them in your head. It's bad enough having to hear it on stage, never mind in here.
I'm just trying to get them into my head.
We rehearsed 2 weeks straight and we're 4 weeks into this sodding panto. If the lines are not in your head by now, you need to give up and start looking for a new career.
I can't give up acting. It's my life.
Is it now? How fascinating.
I remember seeing my first show when I was very young. Phantom of the Opera. Since then, I've always known I'm destined to be an actor.
Phantom of the Opera, eh? Andrew Lloyd Webber's finest show. Never liked the bastard.
You've got to hand it to him. He's pretty much set for life with all the success he's had.
You never know, Tom. The shows might die off before you know it. And after that, what's he going to do when he loses his looks?
You really are blunt about everything, aren't you?
I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't sugarcoat shit.
I've noticed. I think you shouting at the production team and crew yesterday pretty much confirmed that.
Well, it had to be done.
You know the crew probably won't forgive you for some of the stuff you said to them.
Well, I'm not being funny, but when the crew start messing about with the show and the timings of certain routines, it throws me and other people off. We've rehearsed the show to its finest point, and the last thing we need is some techies screwing around just because they're bored. Have it my way, I would have cancelled the bloody show after all of their contributions to the script yesterday. Highly unprofessional.
I wouldn't have cancelled.
Oh, you wouldn't have.
No. It was the largest audience of the run so far.
And?
We were sold out.
And?
What?
And what?
What do you mean?
And what does it matter if it was a sold-out audience? I'd have told them all to go home and come back where people can start acting professionally.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You would have turned away a completely sold-out audience?
Yes.
All 1,500 of them?
All 1,500 of them.
Why?
Because it's just common sense. God, will you ever learn? Let's look at it this way. Even though it was sold out, it's one less show, we go home early, and we would still get paid.
True. It was an awkward at times, but at least we carried on and gave it our best.
Well, I had no choice. No matter how much I protested, they told me to either do the show or they get a replacement in.
Oh, wow. And you opted to stay here?
No, I flipped a coin.
Oh, I absolutely hate that scene.
Steve enters in a PVC white clean costume. He's cleaning a bit of foam off himself down with a towel.
I swear down, it gets worse every night. Either the stooge doesn't want to be on stage with us, or he is too enthusiastic. Or that chimp with the microphone adds more and more and more buckets of foam. Plus, I'm sure the stage crew just buy the worst smelling shaving foam they can find. The smell just clogs up my nose.
I was going to say you smell like Chewbacca after a shave.
Hilarious. Now, if you don't mind, I need to claim the shower before that monkey arrives.
Steve grabs his next costume and wig off the clothes rail, then goes into the toilet and shuts the door behind him.
Stand by for Act 1 finale, please. This is your Act 1 finale call, please. Thank you. I just don't understand why you would do this to me.
Such a happy and understanding environment we have here.
Oh, shit! I meant to be on stage!
Tom throws his script down and runs out.
Idiot.
Nick picks his phone up from his spot on the dressing table. He looks at it.
Sarah, the last person I want to talk to.
He rejects the call and puts the phone back down. Enter Neil, who is also wearing a PVC white clean costume, which is absolutely covered in foam.
Hey up, mate.
Then again, a bitch of an ex does sound more appealing. Hello.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
You sure? You look a little bit down.
And you look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Everything okay?
Sarah just tried calling.
You still not talking to her?
Well, considering she cheated on me with my best friend and not seen her since we spoke to the lawyers.
Do you want a hug?
Fuck off.
Go on, cheer up. It's not your fault.
I know. I've just come to accept the fact that in previous days I was the pigeon, but nowadays I am the statue. Now, if you don't mind, I'm needed on stage.
You sure you don't want a hug?
Nick tries to get past Neil without touching him.
All right, go on.
Bastard.
Nick exits. Neil picks up a towel from his dressing table. He wipes himself down a bit, then knocks on the toilet door.
You going to be long?
I was just sorting out my wig and makeup. I shan't be long.
Righto. Yeah, sorry about that scene just then.
So you should be. I think I've swallowed some of that sodding foam.
Neil wipes himself down a bit more. He trips slightly on something from under the sofa. We hear the chink of a glass bottle. Steve rushes out the toilet. He is hopefully cleaned down and in a different costume.
What the?
Neil goes to look under the sofa.
All done. The shower is yours. Hurry up, or I think you'll stink everything up to high heavens.
What's under the...
Oh, never mind that. Just focus on getting ready for Act 2.
Steve ushers Neil into the toilet. He crosses over to the sofa and grabs the bottle.
Right. I need to start being more careful, or else I'm going to end up in some deep shit. Got to be a better hiding place for this.
Steve goes to hide the bottle, but Neil comes out the toilet. Steve sits down and throws the bottle back under the sofa and assumes a normal position. Neil trips over the bottle.
Oh, are you okay?
What was that?
Steve quickly stands up.
Oh, don't worry, I just tripped over that loose bit of carpet.
To the stage door, please. To the stage door, please.
Let's go find out what's up. Try not to fall over again.
I'll try not to. Catch you in a little bit.
Steve exits. Neil stands up. He has the bottle.
I should have known.
Nick enters. Neil hides the bottle behind his back and smiles.
What are you smiling at?
I just found something under the sofa.
Oh, yeah?
Neil produces the bottle.
Bastard, throw that down the sink.
While I'm there, should I put water in it?
Not a bad idea. Just get on with it.
Neil goes into the toilet. Nick sits on the sofa. Steve enters.
I wish they'd get that bloody tannoy system working. Just seems to cut off every now and then.
Steve notices Nick sat on the sofa.
You okay?
Yes, I'm very good.
Neil opens the door, sees Steve, then quickly shuts the door.
You all right in there?
Yeah, I just got powder in my nose.
Powder in your nose? Well, I don't think we're going to be starting Act 2 anytime soon. You're not going to come out?
Yeah. I'll just be a sec.
Steve looks around the room, notices Tom isn't there.
There's Budgie Boy.
Don't know. Not seen him since before the interview. Probably trying to flirt with one of the dancers.
Well, good luck to him. The way he flirts is just shameful. He just doesn't think about anything when he says it. Are you coming out or what?
Neil slowly enters in his usual character costume, with the bottle stuffed into one of his pockets.
What the bloody hell is that large thing in your pants?
Ooh, thanks for noticing. That is my...
All those involved with the Act 1 finale to the stage, please. Hurry up and get this show over with, please.
Neil sits on the sofa arm and begins to adjust and play with the bottle in his pocket. He pays no attention to Nick or Steve.
Poor sod doesn't know what he's got coming to him. He's made a terrible mistake.
True, but everybody makes mistakes.
Yes, they do. But men in relationships usually find out about those mistakes sooner. And anyway, you of all people should know about making mistakes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. How do you explain this?
Nick points to Neil's pocket without turning round. Neil doesn't get the hint that he needs to take the bottle out. Steve glances down.
Look, I get it. Some guys just get lucky.
What? No!
Neil gets the hint.
Oh, right.
Neil takes the bottle out. Steve is lost for words.
Ah, that. Look, it's
Awkward pause. Neil senses the tension in the room.
I guess I'll see you guys on stage.
Neil quickly exits.
Steve, what the hell do you think you're playing at? You know very well you shouldn't be drinking. What about the rehabilitation course you're on? That's just 2 years of your life literally gone down the drain, and all for what? A sneaky little drink?
a sneaky little drink, he says. How dare you speak to me like that? You don't know anything about me, you upper-class, tall, arrogant, snobby, sad, pathetic wanker. You don't know about what I've been through. In my life, You have never had to face problems like the ones I have faced and I'm currently facing. If anyone needs sympathy in this cursed building, it's me. I was once a shining star amongst failures. I had all the money in the world. I had a different woman in my bed every night. Now look at me. I am in a sodding panto in the middle of nowhere, whilst the surrounding areas are slowly sinking underwater by the hour. I have truly gone downhill, but alas, just because I have strayed from the path ever so slightly, it is somehow a major problem for you. Please, you have never had problems like mine.
Never had a problem like yours? You? Let me tell you who you are and what your fucking problems are. You were once at the top and now you're here? Give me a fucking break, you stuck-up bastard. That's show business, for crying out loud. You were never at the top, trust me. You had your 15 minutes of fame back in 1988 and you've been trying to hold on to that ever since. Please. Never had a problem like yours. I'm going through a divorce with the woman who I've loved and been married to for 10 years, for crying out loud. Since we split up, I've had to take on literally any job to survive. I've not had a permanent home since we split. I have every reason to be the way I am, miserable and moody, because that's all I know at the moment. But you know how I cope with all of my problems? By distracting myself. I do shows, I write plays. I started drinking as well, but I got out of that trap before it turned ugly, which is something I suggest you do, and soon. Otherwise, you'll have no one to turn to. I'm not at a stage where I feel I've no one to turn to, because I do. I have friends who are always there when I need them. They are the main reason I keep going from day to day. But all I have to do is put on a beautiful fake smile and no one knows really what is going on inside my head. So don't you dare say I never had any problems like you, because you don't know that fucking half of it.
Awkward pause. Neither can say anything. Nick holds back tears after releasing his anger and true feelings.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
I don't bother. I don't care anymore. If you want to ruin your life, go ahead. It's not my problem. At the end of the day, it'll be you who'll be in the shit with the rest of us.
Nick exits. Silence as Steve picks up the bottle and goes to drink.
It's water!
Bastard!
Lights slowly fade up from an empty dressing room. We hear a phone ringing. We hear Neil and Tom's voices from outside the room. Then they enter in their finale costumes. Neil goes straight to his spot while Tom lies down on the sofa.
I'd say that was the best audience we've had so far.
Yeah, they were definitely the loudest audience we've had to deal with.
Well, you did keep encouraging them to get louder.
Yeah, well, it's got to be done sometimes. I was just seeing how far I could push them before they lost their little voices.
A bit cruel.
Hey, but all those parents out there will be thanking me for the next few days. They're going to enjoy peace and quiet.
Yeah, true. Here, why do the crew always laugh or complain when you're doing the name readouts?
Oh, well, that's because the crew are playing the name game.
The name game?
Yeah, they put down names of their own onto the sheet. I'm not allowed to look at the sheet until I'm on stage, and the aim is I have to avoid reading out the names that they've wrote down.
And how's that game going?
Let's think. I can't remember them all, but there's been Albert Ross, Faye Clegg, Phil DeGrave, and Marcus Absent. Luckily, I've noticed the rude and unsuitable ones every time I do it.
Rude and unsuitable ones?
Yeah, you know, like bend over, homosexual, testicle, Mike Hunt, those sorts of ones.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, well, it keeps the crew happy, then so be it. I tell you what, I can't wait for tomorrow. My mum has been cooking all day for the last couple of days just to get ready for tomorrow.
Take it she's a good cook then.
The best. She cooks about 4 or 5 different meats. The whole table is full of vegetables, and she makes the best gravy as well. She does it every year, and every year she gives Aunt Bessie a run for her money.
Think I'm going to my auntie's. I'll be lucky if I don't get stuck between my gran and her friend at the table. All they do is talk about one pointless subject at a time, and when they do talk about something, they repeat what they say so many times.
Oh, that sucks. Well, best of luck. I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to more than anything, though. My mum's speciality. Her David Cameron delights.
David Cameron delights.
Yeah, David Cameron delights.
What are David Cameron delights?
Pigs in blankets.
Why are they called David Cameron delights?
Well, you know.
Neil makes a pig noise, pretends to grab a head from the floor and thrust the air as if shagging a pig's head. Tom realises what he's on about.
Ah! Well done, Neil. You may have put me off pigs in blankets for life.
Don't worry, you'll overlook that when you see them, smell them, and get your hands on them, which I believe is what David Cameron did.
Nick enters in his finale costume and starts getting changed straight away.
Well, thank fuck that's over.
Ah.
Well, thank fuck that's over.
Only 2 more weeks to go.
Don't bloody remind me.
How did it go for you?
Okay. Wasn't too keen on how my death went today, though.
That was hilarious.
Hilarious? My bloody costume got caught on the set and I was still in plain view when you were talking about me finally being dead and gone.
I thought it was brilliant. All I could see was you crawling off and stumbling over your own cape.
While we're on the subject of onstage mistakes, I still think it's funny that they've spent thousands of quid on putting this panto on, getting the best costumes, set and special effects there is, and they can't even afford a sword that'll stay together during the battle sequence.
Yeah, annoys me every time it happens. I'm supposed to be looking dashing, handsome and brave, but I end up looking stupid, fighting Nick with a small broken sword handle.
I love it every time. You go from dashing hero to lost little puppy in 2 seconds flat.
Neil, what happened during the song sheet today? It seemed to go on forever.
Oh, bloody hell. That was the worst song sheet I've ever done.
Was it another Harper kid?
Hyper isn't even the word. Spawn of Satan is more like it. First, he wouldn't stay still when I put him on his spot. Then he kept trying to take the toy instruments off the other kids. And he wasn't taking no for an answer. Luckily, we got him off stage very quickly before he did anything else stupid. I just wish the front of house team would stop picking kids to come up on stage. They're driving me insane.
I swear that this panto is cursed. We've had mistakes and showstops from day one. There was that kid you brought up with a song sheet last week who thought it would be funny to take his trousers off live on stage. And now it seems Satan's made an appearance in charm form. I don't like any of these mistakes. I think it makes us all look totally unprofessional.
Steve enters.
Speaking of unprofessional.
Hello, boys.
No one answers.
Good show today.
No one answers.
Same again tomorrow.
Still no answer. Steve sits down at his spot at the dressing table. He starts getting changed straight away.
Are any of you actually talking to me?
Give me one good reason why we should.
I made a mistake. I fell off the wagon. So what?
So what? So what? Think of everything I said to you. Think of the effects your actions are going to have on your family and friends. That's what.
And why are you trying to get involved in my life?
I'm trying to help you.
Like, fuck, you could help with anything.
Neil stands up.
Guys, can't you just leave it?
Stay out of this.
I'm only trying to help.
Well, we don't need your help.
Tom stands up.
Don't say him like that.
Oh, great. Now the budgie's getting involved.
That's not funny.
Guys, can we please stop?
You get back to your mirror and you get back to your sweets. Leave the adults to talk.
Adults! You can't be serious.
Oh, you stay out of this.
Guys!
Why can't you just face the fact that you're only putting yourself in danger by drinking?
What has this got to do with you?
Nick moves towards Steve. Neil quickly moves in between Steve and Nick and keeps them apart.
Guys!
Oh, go back to your sweets, fatso.
Neil turns towards Steve.
Don't speak to me like that.
No one asked for your opinion, Neil.
Well, you're going to hear it anyway. Who the fuck do you think you are?
This is not your fight.
Nick pushes Neil out of the way to get to Steve.
You're not only putting your life on the line, you're putting your job on the line as well.
And so what if I am?
If the production team or anyone from the theatre staff find out you've been drinking and hiding alcohol around the theatre, what do you think they'll say?
They'll say, oh, hello, Steve, pour me a glass.
Guys,
You think you can get sympathy off me and everyone else just because you are going through a small midlife crisis? Boo fucking who?
Nick swings for Steve and they start to fight. This happens around most of the dressing room. Tom and Neil try to break the fight up, but they both get pushed away. Neil carries on trying to break it up. Tom moves away from them.
Stay out of this!
Tom runs back and attempts to help break it up, but Steve instinctively punches him and sends him flying over the sofa. They all stop. No one moves.
Now look what you've done.
You just got in the way.
What the heck is his fault? If you hadn't have...
oh, will you just fucking stop? We have 2 more weeks of this panto. Do you really want to spend the next 2 weeks arguing and not speaking to each other? Steve made a mistake. He's admitted it. Nick, why are you dragging the fact out? Can't you see that whatever argument we have in here, it's going to show on stage as well? The last thing we want is bad publicity for this show just because one of the leading actors was hiding a bottle of alcohol and the rest of the cast are hacking at each other's throats. Is this what you want? Do you want to spend the next 2 weeks getting changed in silence and only talking to each other on stage? Because if you want to do that, I'll more than happily see if I can move to a different dressing room so you can all do so. Well, fine. Well, I hope you all enjoy the silence for the next 2 weeks. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to get changed. And I'm going to enjoy my day off. And I will see you all on stage on Monday. Don't worry. You don't need to see me before, during, or after the show, because I'll be elsewhere in the theatre. I don't know where I'll end up. Could be the fucking boiler room for all I care, as long as it's away from any of you.
Tom grabs his clothes and bag off the dressing table and goes into the toilet. Neil tries to stop him.
Tom,
Neil tries the door, then turns to Steve and Nick.
I hope you two are happy.
I just...
Just nothing. I hope you two realise what you've done. You have both broken up a perfectly good team. We all had a great relationship on stage and now it's ruined. All because you thought it'd be fine to drink in a theatre and you thought it'd be a good idea to confront him.
All fair.
I don't want to hear it. I'm with Tom on this one. I'm moving dressing rooms. I can't be stuck in the same room for 2 weeks with people who just want to fight over something so fucking stupid. Now, get changed and let's get out of here and enjoy our day off with our families.
Neil, Nick and Steve go to their spots and get changed in silence. Tom enters dressed in his normal clothes. He speaks directly to Neil and completely ignores Steve and Nick.
Right. My dad's here. What time are we in on Monday?
Normal time. Why?
Just checking. Need to know so I can have enough time to sort out my hair without any problems.
Do you ever not think about your hair or personal appearance?
Tom thinks for a minute.
No.
Steve is ready by this point. It is clear he just wants to get out of the room as quick as possible.
Right, lads, I'm off. I'll see you all on Monday.
No one responds. Steve exits.
Well, we can all guess where he's going, can't we?
I should think. Hopefully my chat with him earlier knocked a bit of sense into him.
I doubt it. It's happy hour at the pub next door to the stage door.
Well, if he does go, we shouldn't get involved. It's none of our business.
Right. I have to go.
See you Monday, buds.
Tom starts to make his way out.
Goodbye, Tom. Merry Christmas.
Tom stops, pauses, then exits.
Poor kid.
Tom re-enters.
Ah, I forgot my bag. See you Monday.
Tom picks up his bag and then exits.
He's like a bloody boomerang. He just keeps coming back.
Remind me to throw him harder next time.
They should both be back in their normal clothes by now.
So, what are your plans now?
I think I'm going to get off home, think about what's happened, curl up into a ball and cry myself to sleep until I have to drag myself back here on Monday.
You sure? I was thinking of going, well, for something to eat, just a Christmas Eve meal if you wanted to come along. I'm starving. I haven't eaten properly since I got here.
That was 3 hours ago.
And?
You have a problem.
What? Just because I happen to eat a fair bit, I have a major problem?
Forget it. Thank you for the offer, but I'm going to have to decline.
Why?
I'm sure you'll come to realise before too long that there's more to life than stuffing one's face full of food.
Well, no, it's not just about that.
Yet you still carry on doing it day after day.
Well, I'm sure you'll come to realise it's better to be out enjoying yourself with friends than being alone and crying yourself to sleep.
What did you just say?
You heard.
You listen here.
Listen to what? You complain endlessly about how you've got no one who looks out for you or wants to spend time with you, but when someone does finally offer, you shut them out and ignore them. I'm here. I want to spend time with you. Look, I know you're going through a rough patch. I can't improve the entire situation or make any pain that you've got fully go away, but I can make you not feel completely alone. I may have shown myself to be an idiot and clumsy in the past, but I'm reliable. I'm your friend. There are three kinds of people in this world. The ones who you can count on and the ones who can't count. But the offer's still there if you want to come along.
Fuck it. Go on then. You're buying.
Nick grabs his bag.
Fine. Then again, maybe we'll see Steve down there.
And?
Nick exits.
Maybe we could get him to buy us a drink.
I doubt he will, but we can but try.
Neil goes to exit but looks back at the dressing room and sighs. He flicks the light switch off, room becomes dimly lit and Neil is silhouetted.
Until next time.
He closes the door, blackout, end of show.
I've got a different script, Nathan.
You what?
I've got a different script.
And here I am, doing a Sawdon panto in the middle of nowhere, whilst being surrounded. Sorry,
They put names on the list. Yeah, they put down names. Wait a second, what the hell am I saying here? Yeah, they put down names of their. Yeah, fine, got it. It's 6-2 to them now.
6-2. What have you fallen for?
I'll reread that line, Ned. Sorry. Yeah. It's 6-2. Oh, fucking hell. I tell you what, I can't wait for tomorrow. My mum has been cooking all day for the last. I tell you what, I can't wait for tomorrow. My mum. Well, you know.
Neil makes a pig noise, pretends to grab a head from the floor and thrusts the air as if shagging a pig's head. Tom realises what he's on about.
Nathan, can I just Ben hasn't decided to actually shag a pig's head at this stage.
No.
So he needs to take some acting lessons.
Thanks, Rick. Back in your box.
I'll reread that stage direction.
Sorry, Nathan. Sorry. I'm holding on to it for a while.
Neil makes a pig noise. Sorry. Neil makes a pig noise, pretends to grab a head from the floor.
Stupid. Fighting Nick with a broken sword. Won't fucking start again. Annoys me.
First, he wouldn't say still when I put him. Wait a second. First, he wouldn't stay still when I put him on his spot. Yeah, thank you. Wish the front of house team would stop picking up kids to. I'm gonna start again if that's all right.
Yep.
I need a drink. All right, here we go.
You can get sympathy off me when everyone else just sorry. You think you can get sympathy? Is it symphony or sympathy?
Sympathy.
There are three kinds of people in this world: the ones you can count on, and the ones you can't. The offer is still there. Do you want to come along? Oh my God, I fucked up your gag. Sorry.
Yeah. If you just.
I thought it was a typo.
Chosen a longer speech though, right?
Yeah. I was so delighted I got to the end of it and I was like, oh, fuck.
It goes